Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us today, we have Damian Garbaccio, Chief Business and Marketing Officer for Affinity Solutions, a consumer purchase data company. Prior to joining Affinity, Damian served in big roles at leading data and media companies, including Nielsen, Excelate, and AOL. Damian joins us today to help our audience understand why consumer purchase data versus all the other types of data that today's market is trying to actively grow is so critical. Now, today's best companies are leveraging to win. It's great to have you with us, Damian. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Jill, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
You got it. Why is data so hot when it comes to growth today? And where does Affinity Solutions sit in the market?
Yeah, so consumer purchase data at scale and at speed, which is what Affinity Solutions has, is in vogue right now for a lot of reasons. One, it provides an advantage to businesses. So companies that are looking to understand more about not only their businesses, but about competitive businesses in their verticals are looking to data to help give them an advantage and improve. Also, data tells a story and it shows outcomes. If you have purchase data specifically, marketing and advertising and other businesses use that data asset, the consumer's purchase data asset, to better craft stories for their brands, and then ultimately measure, did those stories, did those advertising and marketing efforts lead to an outcome or a sale? So those are areas that are primarily driving the value. And it's interesting because Affinity sits sort of at the intersection of fintech and martech. So from one side, we help as Affinity. One part of the business is helping brands and banks connect better for consumers. So providing retailers and banks the opportunity to access our platform, our fintech platform called Card-Linked Engagement. That provides the access to the data. That data is then used to help brands make better decisions and have better business outcomes that help then marry that outcome-based data to their efforts, whether they're prospecting, targeting to get, keep, and grow their customers.
On the investment side, we're seeing companies like Snowflake, which some are speculating will be a $1 trillion stock by market cap by 2030, investing heavily in hot AI and data companies like yours. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's a fantastic and growing space for sure. Snowflake is a great company. It's a great partner of ours. And it's really catching a lot of traction for a bunch of reasons. Snowflake and companies like that make it, assuming you have the right technology and platform in place, make it easy to provide access and scale with a privacy-centric slant for data companies like Affinity and others. So Snowflake has clients that need access to Affinity data, and that data is then provided through a connectivity with Snowflake. There's a lot of companies also that have signal loss or are missing out on data assets. That helps, and there's sort of an elegant technology that allows our business to scale through Snowflake. So they're really a conduit for acceleration and additional access, so a channel for our data sales.
So we're talking about all of this data. Where does this data come from?
So initially, the data comes from our fintech platform, our Card-Linked Engagement platform, where Affinity works with banks and bank customers and retailers to provide outsized opportunities and value for those two constituents. So if you have a credit or debit card through a particular bank or processor, Affinity's platform, Card-Linked Engagement platform, allows you to not only capture deals and access to retail opportunities, might be a discount at Starbucks or Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that. But because of our business model and our ability to monetize data and then provide value back to those retailers and banks, we're able to make those offers outside. So if you might see, instead of 10%, it might be 30% or 40%. So we get additional card usage and provide value to banks and consumers. For that, we get consent from the banks and the bank customer to leverage that data anonymized for additional commercialized opportunities in the consulting world, in the investor world, in media and marketing world. And so that allows us to then create the revenue, which we can then share back to have that virtual cycle of enabling brands to have better outcomes with their bank partners. So stimulate card usage and really capture that credit and debit card data at a granular level at scale that's valuable for all the different use cases I just mentioned.
And finally, can you talk a little bit more about Affinity's data-led intelligence tools?
Yeah, so again, there's two kind of main pillars of the business. On the card-linked engagement platform side, banks and brands, that tool is and a variety of tools, including AI and others, are optimizing that brand, that card, that consumer, and that retail offer to make them all meet at the right time to incentivize usage. Similarly, our platform on the media and marketing and investor consulting side is called Comet, which is a abbreviation for commerce metrics. And what that also does is allows all those brands that are piping into the Comet platform to leverage that data for better outcomes for their business, whether it's, again, customer acquisition, whether it's reaching the right target, whether it's reaching your competitors' targets, to ultimately keep and grow your clients.
All right, Damon, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.